Hello bros, I'm Uncle0, BroFive production. Next part of Sakura Gamer 2. I actually already read all this, but I did a mistake, so I have to reread it. Let's just hope no mistakes happens again. I end up on the floor sprawled on top of Clover. My fingers are gripping Clover's breast, my legs meanwhile are looped through Clover's, effectively pinning her to the ground. I was able to put my vest and my jacket, but I haven't gotten around to my skirt yet. My behind sticks up in the air, clad only in a pair of panties. One of my legs are bare, while the other has black stocking hop pulled up to the knee, loose and rumpled around the foot. My face is burning, but it's not because I'm embarrassed, at least not entirely. I don't feel very well. Not even the softness of Clover's yielding body can elevate me of this dizziness. I sure hope I don't throw up. And here I was thinking you were alright. What a bad liar you are. You're burning up, Nekohime. You are even hotter than a furnace. I think you might have a fever. It's alright. I'm fine. I can still go to the convention center. I staggered to my feet, still uneasy, and pulled my skirt. Then I tried to tackle my stockings. But this fiddly movement proves to be too much for my deprecated hand-eye coordination. I stumble like a drunkard and fall down for a second time. I probably smacked my head against the carpet with an undignified thunk if Clover wasn't there to steady me. Easy now. Clover guides me to the bed and then sits me down. I pout. You don't need to talk to me like that. Like what? Like I'm a little kid. I might be sick, but I'm still a person, you know. So you admit you're sick? No, I feel a bit lightheaded, but it's fine. I think I just need to eat something sweet and I can come to the convention center with you and Suki, no problem. Like hell you can. Clover plants her hands on her hips and scowls at me. You need to stay in bed today, Missy. I'm not letting you stagger to the convention center in this state. You hurt yourself. But you need me. I have to help you sell Miko Maid too. That's why I came all the way out here. I don't want it to have been for nothing. You worked hard, so I need to work hard too. You already worked hard, silly. I know how anxious you get when you are around large crowds of people. Manning our table at Manga Market must have been hard for you, but you still gave it your best shot. I really have you've been helping, but I don't want you pushing yourself. Clover's right. You have already done plenty for us this weekend. It's the last day of Manga Market today, and we already sold most of our stock. We should need too much extra help, so you can take the day off. But the video. What about the silly old video? The viral video on my YouTube continued to go on views last night. Albeit at a slightly slower pace than it did during the day. It was sitting at a comfortable 4.5 million views before I went to bed, and now it's at 6.8 million. Word about Miko Maid spreads far and wide over the internet. Our table will be swamped. We might not have many copies of Miko Maid 2 left to sell, but thousands of people will flock to our table to see us. It'd be a lot for Suki and Clover to deal with on their own. No, they try to look brave. I need to be here too. I want to help them. I have to do my best, but... My legs buckle beneath the weight of my body and I fall to the ground once more. Clover stands over me, sighing and shakes her head. This is no good. Just look at yourself, Nekohime. You are exhausted. Now get to bed this instant. I won't take no for an answer. Clover has me beneath the covers and I find I'm powerless to disobey. The sheets feel nice and cool against my flushed skin and I sighed. The mattress is cozy and the pillows are so soft. Now I'm laying down again. I don't want to get out of bed, but that's no good. I want to help. It'd be wrong of me to sit around here like a sack of potatoes, but Night night, Nekohime. Take care of yourself. Clover runs her fingers through my messy hair, then presses a gentle kiss against my forehead. I'll be back soon. If you're hungry, there's food to eat in the fridge. Call us if anything happens, okay? And if you feel better, you can come to the convention center, but don't push it, alright? You need to relax. You deserve it. But, I try to protest feebly, but Clover simply smiles and pats my head. You'll be alright, silly Nekohime. Get some sleep. And so, I do. Comforted by Clover's soft touch on her soothing, gentle voice, I close my eyes, lashes matting together, and she finally consumes me. When I finally awake, it's around midday. The sunlight streams in through the hotel windows, illuminating my face. It gets into my eyes, penetrating my eyelids, and I whimper, turning my head away. I slept for a few hours, but I'm still groggy. At least my head isn't aging as much as it was this morning. I don't think I have a temperature anymore, and my body doesn't feel as weak or weary. I'm just gonna check one thing quickly. Yep, that's fine. Have I recovered already? Maybe I wasn't too sick. It probably run down because of stress. Now I had some rest, I feel just fine. I'm glad I got better so quickly, but that almost makes me feel worse about this whole thing. Huh. Clover and Suki have been working hard at the manga market while I've been curled up in bed like a sleepy cat. I'm the worst. Right. I get to my feet and slap my cheeks with both palms, hoping to get some color into my pale face. I can't afford to lunch around here for much longer. Now I had my cat nap, it's time to head out. There's no more distractions or detours. My stomach does feel pretty empty though. It troubles and I blush, resting my fingers against my treacherous tummy. Well, maybe I could stop by a restaurant for something first. I'm in the mood for some pancakes. After eating a quick breakfast, though, since it's midday, I guess lunch wouldn't be more appropriate. I make my way to the convention center. It's another scorching summer day, and I can feel myself wilting with every single step. The oppressive heat makes my clothes stick to my body, and it saps me of my strength. My hair is going to lose all its volume, and at this rate. Maybe I should have stayed back in the hotel, at the least at air condition. But no, I can't complain. Suki and Clover are holding the fort without me, but it's not fair. I expect them to do all the work. I gotta hurry. My hand locked. It's only unlocks when I have it closed. Just give me a moment. I'm gonna massage the stems of the fingers. Yeah, that worked. I gotta hurry. I pick up my pace accordingly, trying to ignore the heat. I turn a corner and I blink a petrol bit. On my way to convention center, I stumble across a familiar landmark. It's at the park I went to last night. Last night, however, it isn't deserted. There's a few elder men, a woman walking their dogs around the fountain, the small boys busy trying to climb a tree to retrieve a lost frisbee, and a couple of college-age girls laying on the grass in bikinis getting tans, and there's a lovey-dovey couple sitting on one of the benches beneath the trees sharing an ice cream cone. How cute. Not. I'm not in the best of moods, and I'd rather not see people enjoying the warm weather when I have a musty convention hall to be in. I'm ready to walk back out the gates, but something stops me. There's a girl sitting in the shade of a sycamore tree, her eyes bowed as she examines her phone. I know her. She looks shockingly familiar. She's now something of a celebrity, I suppose. A video starring her as has managed to gross almost 6 million views on MyTube. It's less than a day. It's Kurumi. Now I know what she's doing out here. Part of me wants to know if she's alright, but another part of me wants to give her the wide berth as possible. Fortunately, I don't think she's seen me yet. I don't know what she's looking at on her phone. Maybe my tube video just propelled into her thing. But she is pretty interested. No way. I don't believe it. This is so embarrassing. I have no reason to stay to life anymore. Yeah. I might as well drown myself and get it done with. So engrossed, in fact, her shoulders are shaking. I think she might be crying. A few of the dog walkers give Kurumi surprised looks, and the lovey-dovey couple stops their flirting and glances at her. Kurumi glances at them all, her brow furrowed. What are you looking at? Isn't a girl allowed to be depressed in public without being stared at like a circus freak? I swear, some people. You all jerks. Kurumi tries to sound tough, but her voice is strained. She sniffs and tears begin to streak down her cheeks. It's not fair. Now I look like a huge moron, and a million people have seen my underwear. I really might as well die. Kurumi gets to her feet. I think she means to run away, but I won't let her. Not so quickly. She might have said some horrible things about me yesterday, but I feel sorry for her all the same. I want to try to cheer her up, and that's exactly what I'll do. Hey, wait. Huh? Kurumi does a double take. She swirls around, her hair fluttering, and... You're that girl from Manga Market yesterday. You're one of the girls who made Miko Maid. That's right, that's me, but... I look around the park shyly. It feels like everybody's staring at us. From the boy climbing the tree to the sunbathing college girls. Another show-off, really. In fact, I hate being in the center of attention. Having all these eyes focused upon me is something of a nightmare. Why do I keep drawing so much attention lately? There really is no justice in the world. Why don't we go and sit somewhere a little quiet? I'd like to talk to you in private if I can. So you come to laugh at me while I'm at my lowest, huh? I see how it is. I hurt your precious feeling yesterday, and now you're out for revenge. How pathetic can you be? No, that isn't it. I don't want revenge. I just want to talk. And how would you want to talk to me, huh? I said so many awful things to you. Huh. Only an idiot would take all that abuse without flinching, then ask for a friendly conversation. So you realize you said awful things. I thought you were just tactless, but... Oh, never mind. That's not important right now. I can't tell you're in pain, and I want to help you. I don't dislike you, but I like to know why you seem to hate us so much. If I've done anything to upset you, please tell me. That's the only way we'll be able to understand one another. I don't want to understand you. The sight of you makes me feel sick. I whinge, but I can't back down now. I've come this far already. It'd be a shame if I lost heart. I want to talk to Kurumi, so... Even if you don't want to understand me, I want to understand you. I'm going to try my hardest to make her accept me. I don't mean to presumptuous, but I think you could use a shoulder to cry on right now. You don't need to worry about me mocking you or judging you. That would be hypocritical of me, after all. I'm much more pathetic than you are. After my heartfelt speech, the two of us end up in the small cafe where I ordered my pancakes only 10 minutes prior. Kurumi and I sit at a small circular table near the back of the building. There aren't many people here, and it's pretty pleasant. The aircon is full blast, and the fan hum rattles through the restaurant. The chill of air grants me a reprieve from the blistering sunlight, and I can't help but sigh as I lean back in my chair. Soft strings music is being played over the speakers. I can't name the piece, but it sounds vaguely classical. The tables are draped with pure white cloth, and vases of flowers are arranged neatly in the center of the tables. The faint scent of vanilla lingers in the air, mingled with an aroma of freshly cut flowers. This really is a nice, relaxing cafe. I hope the atmosphere is helping Kurumi out. She ordered an ice cream sundae from one of the waiters, but she didn't look very happy about it. Now she's waiting for food in stony silence, her eyes fixated moodily on the windows. She doesn't glance at me. It's almost like she's trying to pretend I don't exist. So far, her talk has been complete and utter failure. How can I get her to open up to me? Maybe I've asked a simple question. Is there something wrong? Is there something wrong? She says. Kurumi rolls her eyes extravagantly. Of course there's something wrong. That embarrassing video of me was posted all over the internet. It's got millions of views now. Everyone seems to seen me fall over. They've all seen my Kurumi bites her lower lips, her face burns. And so makes matters worse, most people sided with the tag. They said I was being unfair and unnecessarily confrontational. And I deserved everything I got. Those people, they said so many awful things about me in the comments, but they don't even know me. They've never spoken to me. What gives them the right to assume they know everything about me based on a 3-minute video clip taken out of context? It just isn't fair. Kurumi slams her fist against the table. My cup of green tea rattles and I have to reach out in one hand to steady it. Yes, this sucks. I never did anything to deserve all this. Well, maybe you didn't. I traced my index finger around the rim of my teacup thoughtfully. But neither did I, or any of my friends. What do you mean? You accused of all sorts of things, though you never met us before. You said that we were lazy and we didn't care about our project. But you have no way of knowing that. You told yourself we deserved your scorn so you could feel justified in hating us. Isn't that the same as all those rude comments on that MyTube video? The same, huh? Kurumi slumps down into a chair, defeat on his sides. You might have a point. Yes, I was so wrapped up in my jealousy that I wasn't thinking straight. I leaned forward in my chair, surveying Kurumi's curiously. You were jealous of us. Yeah, that's right. You don't need to rub it in. Wasn't trying to. I was just curious. If you don't mind me asking, then why are you jealous of us? Yes, that's a tough question. I don't even know where to begin. Kurumi looks out the window thoughtfully, her eyes cloudy and far away, and then she sighs. This isn't embarrassing, but if you really want to know about my feelings, then I guess I'll go back a bit to my first year in high school. I was part of an after-school club that was devoted to making video games, or more specifically, visual novels. They were all students in high school, but some of my seniors were pretty talented. Risa was a good artist and Kurumi was an amazing programmer. Being with them every day was a lot of fun. It taught me a lot. I'm really grateful to them for that. Lisa showed me how to draw, and when I picked up some basic skills, she decided we should make a visual novel together. We worked really, really hard on it. It was a visual novel set in a steampunk London, but I had a lot of Eastern elements too. A crazy amount of world building went into it, and there were a whole bunch of characters. And there were dramatic fight scenes and lots of CGS and a huge OST. There was even a battle system, though it was pretty primitive. In the end, the script was triple the length of an average novel. It had a lot of choices with dozens of endings. My seniors and all were told on that story. We still had the homework to do, and we had to keep up with our studies. But whenever we had a spare moment, we met up in our club room to work on our visual novel. It was our magnum opus, or maybe you could say it was like our baby. Lisa and Kurumi were in the last year of high school. They said they always wanted to finish a project they could be proud of, then sell it to the public. I wanted to help make their dreams come true before they graduated, so I pushed myself to the limit. I went for days without sleep, worked all weekend to finish up the art. We gave the project our all for almost a year. When it was finally done, we were so happy. We thought the game was something special, and we were sure other people would like it too. We tried to get a table at Manga Market, but we were rejected. We were too young and we were unknown. Nobody wanted to give a table to an amateur circle like ours. We didn't detour us, though. We eventually got a table at a smaller local anime convention. We were sure when word of mouth got around, we become popular, but Kurumi grits her teeth together. I don't need to be physics to know where this story of usual seal is headed. It's a foregone conclusion. We worked so hard, we slaved for almost a year on that story, but nobody seemed to care. We only sold a few physical copies of a visual novel, though we sat at that table in the convention for 10 hours. We felt crushed, but we didn't want to let one setback stop us. We finished the game after all, and we were sure that there were people out there would be interested. Come put the game up for digital download on our own personal website and try to get the word out. We sold a few more copies after that, but though the reviews were mostly positive, we barely sold 100 copies of our precious baby. The few people who bothered to leave comments said the story was good, but it needed more romance, and there wasn't enough fan service. Can you believe it? We slaved away on the visual novel for ages, but got overlooked because there wasn't enough porn. The owner probably refused to recognize our efforts. My seniors spent countless hours working on that story when they should have been studying for their exam. They worked so hard because they knew it was their final chance for us to make something together. I wanted them to graduate knowing that their dream had been fulfilled and a product they made had been loved across the world. I wanted to thank them for always helping me, but being there for me, but how could I look them in the eyes knowing our project had been a failure? How could I be happy with that? I tried hard, and people who try hard are supposed to succeed, but that's a load of bullshit. Now I know it isn't people who try to succeed, it's people who play the market. We were forced to work so hard. We should have made a cheap porn game right from the start. It's what people really want. Even a big, well-funded visual novel company sticks sex scenes into all their stories because sex sells. Hard work and passion don't, and that pisses me off. And this world is so messed up I can't stand it. Kurumi face is flushed bright, her red. Her eyes are shining with large pearly tears that slowly trickle down her cheeks. Now I think I finally understand why she had titles yesterday. She doesn't just hate Miko Maid, though, based on her tastes. I thought she enjoyed it much. She hates what Miko Maid represents. She hates that she couldn't find success with her friends while we could, and she hates that the general consumers refuse to reward those who take risks. Kurumi carrying a lot of heavy emotional baggage from her high school days, and I don't think that's ever going to go away, not if she clings to her grudges like this. She isn't making herself happy by attacking other people. In fact, this is the opposite. Kurumi. I reach out and touch her hand, but she jerks away, her eyes wide. Don't touch me. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't want to upset you, but... Kurumi, I understand how you feel. Really. I very much doubt that. Mikomei was popular, it was successful, you did well, while my hard work was completely ignored. I know I put more effort into my visual novel than you did yours, so why do you people like your story more? It doesn't make any sense. Kurumi's voice gets louder and louder, drawing eyes of everybody in the cafe. Now we're being stared at by dozens of people. Kurumi's having a breakdown, just like she did at Manga Market yesterday. It's because she can't let go of the past. Those sense resentment are planted deep within her heart, and she never once tried to pull them out. Instead, she had been nurturing them. But I can't let her keep doing this. I don't want her to hurt herself over something as fickle as fame. Well, whatever. I was stupid to confess all this to you. I doubt you'll be able to help. I'm leaving. Kurumi, wait. Kurumi rises from the table, but I'm too quick for her. And that's where we are. I'm gonna save over that, even though I technically have it already. But that does, of course, mean that's all I have for Sakura Gamer 2 this time then. At least, if you hit like... at least... that was all I have for Sakura Gamer 2, so... hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. BroFive!